Hey, everybody. How is your day? Well, happy Monday. I guess it really doesn't even feel like Monday. Well, that is my alarm telling me that it is time for my first guest. But I just really wanted to just say happy Memorial Day, everybody. I know it's a strange Memorial Day because we are not doing the normal things that maybe we usually are doing. And I think that's kind of good. It's giving us a chance to sit back and really see that a lot of people risk their lives for our country, and we should be very thankful. So I just want to take this chance to just shout out to everybody who risked their lives and for fought for our freedom as a world. So thank you so much to every man and woman out there who gave that ultimate sacrifice, and to the family members who, were there and supported such that had to be such incredibly hard times. So thank you so much. I hope you all have had a lovely weekend so far. I've written a lot. It's been nice. It's been relaxing. I've also watched a lot of reality TV, I'm not gonna lie. But that's really been since the beginning of the quarantine. But my first guest for today, Tom Sandoval. I've been a big fan of Vanderpump Rules for like a really long time. It's constantly playing in the Blonsky household. So I'm going to bring him in. I'm waiting to see if he's here. This is the daily game that Diana and I play. Diana and I were just chatting. You know, it's really cool to get to work with people that actually make you laugh. And my team, I swear, sometimes the Nikki Nights group chats, you guys, are something to be witnessed. I mean, some of the things I say to these poor girls, I adore them. My poor assistant, Sam, that kid has the toughest skin, but she's so wonderful. So thanks, Sam, for all your hard work, and Danny and everybody. But we were just having a blast. I mean, and I say that she has tough skin because you have to with some of the ridiculous nonsense that comes out of my mouth. I mean, now today outside, if you're watching this on YouTube, you will see that now the sun is deciding to come out, which is nice. Maybe people will have one last final Memorial Day. Wow, this hair is looking rough today. I mean, I did it, but then when you do it and then you like put your sunglasses in like I did, and then all of a sudden now you got a big crease and you're like, well, what happened to my cute hair? The trials and tribulations of a Long Island girl. We love our hair products on Long Island. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't actually use hairspray though. It's very funny, and I think it devastates a lot of people to know that I don't use a lot of hairspray. If I use hairspray like a few times a year, it's a lot. But I do love a good gel. I love a nice mousse, a good pomade, but I love a nice hairspray though. When I'm doing like a slick back pony, oh yes, and I'm feeling my oats, as Gia Gunn says. I love nothing more than a little hairspray. That's me. I mean, I kind of feel like my guest today could easily play Courtney Collins. I'm probably going to tell him that too. I love watching him on Vanderpump Rules because Tom really just goes to the beat of his own drum. They're all really fun on that show. If you don't know the premise of the show, let me break it down for you. So it's these very beautiful, attractive people who live in LA, talented actors who are bartenders, servers at Vanderpump at Sir. Also at Villa Blanca, but mainly at Sir, which is Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, Lisa Vanderpump, Lisa. And Adam Lawrence, it says me here. Okay, so I guess we're getting the little, I'm going to admit Tom in. I'm admitting one person in. I don't know. I feel like this is like Russian roulette here. Okay, so I can admit one person in, but that is not the person that I am meant to be speaking to, I believe. So I'm just going to sit here and pretend that it doesn't say that name on my screen. Nope. It doesn't. I don't see it. No. But what I was just talking about was all of these incredibly talented people out there in LA grinding, doing the hustle. And Tom is one of those people. And now Tom has gone from a bartender at Sir, and now he owns one of like the hottest, hippest bars out in LA. Tom. I mean, just the cutest name ever, though. I really can't wait to get back out to LA. I wish I was quarantining in LA. But I am not. And I kind of would just like to be sitting outside in the pool, maybe a nice glass of Moscato. I don't know, but I'm here in New York, and it's pretty nice out here. Yesterday, you guys, was pretty tough. It's really great when all of these things happen, the time that we get to spend with our families, right? You got to look at the plus size glass half full. Okay, so people around here are quarantining with their families, but the problem is when everybody gets a little excited or it's a holiday, they shoot off fireworks. And you guys, Callie, my sweet, sweet Callie, who's like the sweetest, kindest, biggest angel in the world. She is, my brother's dog, half pit bull, half hound. The sweetest angel. Like, Callie is the best. She was laying on the bathroom floor shaking violently last night because people were just blowing off their fireworks. And, I was just watching my poor dog suffer because some people just want to, I don't know. I don't really know what the purpose of fireworks are. I guess it's to be patriotic, and that's cool. But, like, if the neighborhood dogs are losing their mind, and you guys know this, not for just, like, one night. I mean, they've been doing them every single day. So, look, I'm not saying don't be patriotic. Be patriotic. But don't give the neighborhood dogs heart attacks, please. It's not fair. And what about the people with pacemakers? What about the epileptic people? Or what about people with any type of disorder? It's just, like, really not cool. All right. I think that's... Hi, Tom Sandoval. How are you?
Oh, Nikki.
Look at you. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thanks. How you doing?
Can I show you something? This might be a little strange. I mean, but then again, I'm strange.
Yeah, aren't we all?
The stash is bringing me to my father. You kind of look like you could be Carl Blonsky's son.
Oh my gosh. I can kind of see it. It's a little dark, but yeah.
I'll send it to you. I mean, it's kind of great. My dad's been rocking a stash my whole life. I've never known him without it.
That's funny. Yeah, it's weird. I normally can't really grow out facial hair. This is the longest I've ever had it. And my dad tried to grow a mustache. I kind of like take after my dad when it comes to facial hair, and he tried to grow out a mustache like in his mid 30s or like right around 40, and he like couldn't do it. It was like 3 months, and it was so pathetic. But yeah, here we go.
My brother tries, and it's adorable. He has it's taken a while, and he has the the thing.
Mine's pretty patchy on the sides right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's patchy too. He's Patch Adams over there. I feel so bad for him, but
it's kind of like when Mark Wahlberg grows out facial hair. You notice his is always like really patchy on the sides.
Yes.
So how's it going?
Good. It's going good. So you're in LA, huh?
Yeah. Where are you at? Are you in New York or something?
I am in New York. It's actually nice today. It's not,
Are you outside right now?
I am.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. It's not, offensively humid like it usually is this time of year.
Yeah.
Or that it's going to get.
Yeah, I remember when I lived in New York, it was a while ago, but probably it was like early 2000s. And this building, it was so hot in New York. I was so surprised. I remember my first summer in New York. I was like, oh, it's up north. It's not going to be that hot. But it was sweltering hot. And the building next to the building I lived in had been knocked down. And there was this white sidewalk that the sun would just hit so hard. And I would see people, their dogs would take a shit on the sidewalk, and like I'd go run errands and come back, and it would like melt off like a griddle, the dog shit. It would like, like butter.
Welcome
like
to New York.
shit.
I mean, I've lived here my whole life, and I mean, I've gone back and forth from LA, Canada, you name it, I've lived there. But something about this city always brings me back.
It's a fun city. It's a fun time.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's adventurous. It's fast moving. You know, it's just it's a very social city.
Whereabouts did you live when you were here?
I lived at 13th and 3rd was the first place I lived at.
Nice.
And then 235 East 13th Street. Yeah, I remember. And then it was funny. I found out that Ariana, we were in New York. This was a couple years ago, and she's like, "I want to go by my old apartment." And we started going there, and I'm like, "Wow, like this is right where I lived." We actually lived a block away from each other, only like a year or so apart, which is crazy.
Do you want to hear something really strange?
What? Go for it.
When I moved out to LA, one of my really, really, really good friends out there who was on my show, actually, Anthony Carr, he's a brilliant dancer. Him and we worked together in Hairspray. And so I had called him one morning and I was like, I just moved to LA. And he's like, where's your spot? And I was like, oh, here's the address. He goes, shut up. He goes, look outside. He lived across the street.
No way.
He didn't even know. Yeah.
That's crazy, especially LA. It's so big.
Oh, LA. I have like a love affair with LA, you know?
Yeah, that's common. That's common. I feel like LA is more like the love-hate. New York is more just like the love. But
yeah. I love your cabinets, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they're we're trying to figure out something to put up with that top area because we have lights that go on. I'll show you. We're thinking about putting some like geodes up there. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna make some tea while I'm talking to you.
Yes. So
look at my bottles.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Do you know how dry it is over here? Like, I haven't had a cocktail in like months.
Oh my gosh, really? Do you drink?
Not on purpose. Like, I don't know. Like, I enjoy a cocktail, but I've never been able to find my cocktail, Tom.
Oh, really?
No, it drives me nuts.
Well, what are you into?
My friends make fun of me because I like fruity.
Okay. You like fruity?
Fruity.
I could show you how to make.
I'm not a big vodka, like.
I don't drink vodka really either. What do you like? Do you like tequila? What do you like? I
can do tequila, rum. I like rum.
Okay. I could tell you how to make a couple like really good drinks. I could tell you how to make a couple right now, actually.
I would love that.
So, a really easy one to do is you get some like blackberries, some raspberries, blueberries, all the berries. Take a couple lime wedges. So like a lime, you would cut into 6 pieces. I'll show you how to do it.
How did you get into bartending?
Huh?
How did you get into bartending?
Well, actually, I started in New York, and I did a little bit in Miami. So you cut the edges off first, and then you just cut it right down the center. You always want to use a sharp knife. Then you here, you can kind of see what I'm doing. And you do like so, like this, and you'll get 6 wedges out of a lime like that. Okay.
The last time I cut a lime, Tom, it was to put in a bottle of Corona.
There you go.
A couple weeks ago, and I took like 3 sips.
So, all right. So I'm gonna tell you how to make an awesome drink. It's super easy. Do you like Trulies or any of those spikes?
Yeah.
Okay. Grabbing my. Okay. So, see this stuff? This is Saint Germain. You've seen this before, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. It's really easy. You don't even have to like measure. So, get a glass. Do like a muddler. one of these little masher things. You can even use like, if you don't have one, if you have a knife block, you can use like this thing if you need to, whatever. Or you can just squeeze the limes. Do like three of each berry, 2 or 3 lime wedges. Just muddle them up. Do like 4 counts of this. Just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then tequila 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. And then top the rest off with like a blueberry truly, and it's so good. Just like shake it up. Shake up, make sure you use plenty of ice, and then top it off with truly, and it's like a really easy, good drink. I call it the quarantine cooler. But yeah, it's super easy. You'll like that one.
I love it. Thank you. I mean, and you have your own book with your own cocktail recipes, right?
Yeah.
And you wrote that with Ariana, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Have you looked at it?
I was looking online at some of the pictures. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. It was like a full week shoot. We shot like at least 12, 14 hours a day. We had like anywhere between 16 to 18 different setups. But this book is great because it goes from like classy to trashy. And I mean, there's drinks in here that are made from like condiments. Like if you do like an empty water bottle, like the classic shitty, Poland Spring or whatever, like water bottle that has the lines on it. If you fill it up to the first line with like vodka, then you do the second line with water, then you do 3 ketchup packets, 2 Cholula packets, and like maybe a little Tabasco, and you put the lid back on, shake it. It's a really good Bloody Mary.
Oh my God.
I swear, it's a really good Bloody Mary. There's like a lot of those like recipes. I use like McDonald's like barbecue sauce packets, and for some of them Taco Bell packets. Cause I've been in this situation before where somebody's like, hey, come over to my place. We're out. Like, oh, I got some alcohol. Let's go to my place. And then we get over there and it's just like they have alcohol and nothing else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel my fridge would be so disappointing. So good. I mean, I feel I have had the same bottle of Barefoot Moscato in there.
God, Barefoot. Wow.
Since New Year's Eve.
Wow. Ooh, Barefoot's pretty rough.
I know. No, I was just watching a couple of your movie trailers. Oh my gosh, that was intense.
Which one?
It was like, say yes or she's gonna die, and I was like, oh God, I can't.
Oh yeah. That's 23 minutes of sunrise.
Wow, when did you film that?
That was, I think, 2012, I believe. Yeah.
And what was that like?
It was fun. We shot it in East St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis, so it was really cool because I was back home. But it was a little strange because it was in Sauget, which East St. Louis is actually in Illinois. Mm-hmm. And it was produced by the Sauget family, and the Sauget owns. So once you cross that bridge to get over to East St. Louis, it's like, strip clubs, like all-night strip clubs, all-night like bars and clubs. They have the Oz, which has been open for like 30 or 40 years. It's a little seedy over there.
So a few places that a movie crew might want to end up. Just
yeah, and like I had to like rob this place, and there's people around that are like, probably on drugs, definitely drunk, definitely. It was a little intense at times, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little intense.
But Eric Roberts, though.
Yeah, he was cool. He was really nice.
I've been a massive fan of his forever.
Yeah? I still haven't seen The Pope of Greenwich Village. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I mean, my father is a massive Eric Roberts fan.
Yeah, well, he's a solid actor.
Yeah.
Really good actor.
But my dad is also a massive Tom Sandoval fan. You don't know
Really?
though. Yes, Tom, 24/7. All that plays in my household is Vanderpump Rules. I've had a lot of incredible guests on this podcast. My parents were so excited. They were like, "We love Tom." I was like, "I know. This is why I told you."
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
They love the show. When did you start the show?
We filmed the pilot in like 2011, I believe. Then we started filming the show in 2012. Yeah, and then our first season came out in 2013. So.
And when did you know that it was a hit?
I would say probably like it had really good first response. I would say probably at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
I would say like when the end of season 2 was airing, when I punched Jax, that was like, I mean, that was huge. That was like it was like it was front page on like every like online news outlet. It was crazy. And I just got my publicist, which, you know, we weren't making any money from the show. So he like helped me out like pro bono. Because he was super awesome. Adam, he's been with me since the beginning. But yeah, like I think at the end of season 2 is when I realized this is a hit. Yeah.
I mean, the show had such legs though, because you have Lisa Vanderpump, who is like, I think she's by far one of the most well-known housewives ever. But
Yeah.
like a bomb businesswoman, like I look up to her so much.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's quite a force, you know. So I'm eating banana.
Oh no, good, enjoy. I mean, so Lisa though, she has Villa Blanca, she has Sir, but then she just opened up Tom Tom with you guys, you and Tom Schwartz. How exciting! Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Obviously, we're not open right now, but we opened up the one side, and then we opened up the other side. The other side had been open for about I would say maybe like 4 months before we closed down because of COVID-19. But yeah, it's been going really well. I mean, the place is always packed. We're there a lot, just sort of, which is kind of like Ken and Lisa sort of do the building and like all that kind of stuff. And then we kind of like, we're there more like on the regular, I would say. Ken's there during the day, but like when it's open, we're there more on the regular, which is how she kind of wanted it because she has 3 restaurants on that block. And then obviously Villa Blanca. So, you know, she can be spread a little thin when it comes to just like being at places. So
yeah. I can't imagine how many employees she has. Wow. It's a little empire.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's been a great learning experience. I mean, doing this with Ken and Lisa, you know, we've learned so much, and just being like in charge of employees and sort of, you know, being like the face of a place, you know, it's you learn a lot, you know?
Absolutely. You know, I started my own production company when I was 17, and, you know, because I can't just be an actress. I have to have a backup plan. And I think, you know, clearly, I mean, the show has taken you, and you have the cocktails, you have the book. I mean, so when you're acting, you have to find other facets of yourself, I find. You know, we all can't, you know, just Tom Cruise it out.
Yeah, right?
Wouldn't it be nice, though?
I mean, yeah.
And, oh, gosh, the show. So do you still work at Sir?
Sometimes I do more like special nights there. You know, like I'll come in and I bartend for like 2-3 hours. Sometimes like James will be DJing when I do it. We'll just do like a night. And it's cool. Like I make some quick cash and it's fun. Like, and the differences between Tom Tom and, Schwartz and I created pretty much all the drinks at Tom Tom, but I bartended at Sir for so long that it's like when I get behind that bar, it's like muscle memory. Like it's like meditation. And I actually like I enjoy it. I enjoy making drinks. Like anytime people come over, I'm always making cocktails. Like I like doing it, So it's just different. Like I've made those. It's weird. Like I've never really bartended behind the bar at Tom Tom because we're always busy and it's I don't like I haven't made the drinks like 1,000 times. Like I had like thousands of times like I have at Sir. So when I get behind the bar at Sir, it's just like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
So,
no, that makes sense. I used to work at Cold Stone, and it definitely, after a while, it just becomes like, you're like, okay, this goes in here and that, and that's that.
Yeah. You miss Cold Stone?
No.
No, you did not.
Yes and no. I miss my bosses because they were great. I miss Tony and Jim.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, nope.
No.
I used to, my job was, because I'm really short, I'm only 4'10", so I would have to get on, at the end of the shift, we would turn the stone down, turn it off. I would have to get underneath there, get on my back, and just take like the little, spatula type things. I scrape all of the peanut butter and the marshmallow, all of that crap, and it would land on my apron and my shirt. And I would go home and my dogs would be in heaven. And I would just be like, just have at it. Just go ahead. I would just lay on the floor and let them go to town because it was
Funny.
so gross. I was constantly covered in junk.
So it would seep through to the bottom?
Yeah, it drains out through the side and it goes down this little hose and then it comes down and you have to scrape it down. And some of it gets clogged and guess who turns into Tim the Toolman Taylor over there.
Yeah.
Who is somebody that you would really like, or maybe that has come into Sir that just like it just tripped you out? You guys are right there.
I remember when I was working at Villa Blanca, Dustin Hoffman came in a couple times, which was really cool. He went to a dentist that was like around the corner, and he hated the dentist. Really?
Yes, because one of my ear, nose, and throat doctor, Dr. Sean Nasiri, is right there.
Okay, yeah. So he would come in there, and like one time he had like 2 glasses of red wine, and I was like, really, red wine before you go to the dentist, huh? And he's like, yeah, whatever, And then he had, I remember he asked for a shot of tequila, and I made him like a really big shot of tequila, which he downed the whole thing and then just went to the dentist. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Then at Tom Tom, there's been a lot of people that have come in. We've had like in a very short period of time, we had Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Eve,
so my playlist.
Yeah, right. God, I forget her name. She used to be with Justin Bieber. I'm totally spacing right now.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, Selena Gomez came in. Lady Gaga was like DJing. She came in with Lisa. It was really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts about LA though, is you don't know, you can be, I was at the Palm Springs Film Festival and standing there at the Four Seasons out there, and all of a sudden we're all checking in and I'm like, the person behind me is, saying, what's taking so long? And I'm like, that voice sounds so familiar. And I'm like, but don't turn around, don't be rude, and all of a sudden I'm like, but I have to. And so I pretend to like drop something. Oh, let me get it. Oh, and it's Drew Barrymore behind me.
No way.
And I'm like, oh, don't say And then all of a sudden I look in front of me and I hear somebody go, I think you dropped this. And it was Sean Penn.
Oh my God. No way.
I was like,
That's crazy.
yep, I dropped my pen. I dropped my jaw. Let me pick it up. I mean, it was so, but I've seen you guys though at a lot of like MTV Movie Awards and stuff, and people freak out over you guys. Isn't it?
I know. I'm like, dude, you guys, like, we're not that big of a deal. Come on now.
Yes, you are though. I mean, it's so cool. And you guys do the prides every year too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pride. I love Pride. That's one thing I'm really, really, really sad that not going to be able to have this year. You know, at least not like to be there. And it's so much fun. The energy is just so, it's electric. You know?
I was supposed to perform at Alabama Pride this summer.
Really?
Yeah, June. I performed at San Francisco Pride back in 2008. That was amazing. But I was supposed to perform at Birmingham, Alabama Pride. And, you know, it's canceled till September. And I've been meaning to make them a video. So I'm going to shout them out now because I can't wait to get down there. Pride is so fun.
It's so much fun. Oh my gosh. We had the motorcycle sidecar on the last one.
Yes. And oh gosh, that is epic. Where did you find that?
Okay, so that was like, we were filming and I had it in my head. I'd said something like probably a year prior. I was like, I really want to show up to the opening of Tom Tom in a motorcycle sidecar. Me and Schwartz were talking about it. And I was like, oh, I could probably just rent one, you know, or find one to borrow or whatever. No, they are so hard to find. And when you do, half of them are like dilapidated or whatever. Like you can't just rent a motorcycle sidecar. So I was like, okay, I'm going to buy one. And I went to this place, Thunder Road here. And, you know, they're like, don't buy this kind, don't buy whatever. And I was looking everywhere and I couldn't find anything. And on top of that, it was like, I'm like 7 weeks out to the opening. And so I find one and it's in Miami. So I have to pay somebody to fly out to Miami. Like I basically bought it like on the spot, like over the phone, essentially. And cause you'll find a sidecar and you'll find
Ariana supporting this behavior.
She was, yeah, you know.
I love it.
Yeah. She was into it. But I mean, she was giving me a little bit of shit because it was not a cheap purchase. It was kind of expensive for what it is.
So epic though, my God.
Right? And so I had to fly somebody out to Miami, put them up, then they had to go to this place, which is like 30 miles outside of South Beach. And the thing wouldn't start. I basically had a 1-day window to get it to this one shipping company because they were the only shipping company that would get here in time. So the thing didn't run. I got it. I had it towed to the shipping company. So I had to pay for the tow company to go to the shipping place, ship it out here, and have it towed from there to the shop to get like completely rebuilt. I mean, the thing didn't run. And then as I'm doing that, I wanted it painted. Then I had to come up with the decals. I mean, I hit up West Coast Customs. They kind of blew me off, whatever. I had to have like a sticker company to put the Tom Tom, you know, logo. And then literally I'm supposed to, and you know, I'm filming. So I like don't have that much time on top of the fact that I'm getting like, you know, suits shipped in, 3-piece suits shipped in from England.
By the way, let me just say your style, sir.
Oh,
it is hats off to you. I mean, I am impressed. If I ever get married, that poor SOB, whoever signs up for that, I'm going to have you style.
See, I have the
I love it. Yes.
T Sandy, and then I actually had it, and then there's T Schwa, and then I have I have one made for Ariana. Dumpling.
Yes.
and I came up with the logo. The circle is like a symbolism. Lightning is something I've always been into because when lightning strikes, it's like can be like hotter than the surface of the sun. But yeah, I designed that logo, and then I actually have the motorcycle sidecar here because I
Yes.
yeah. And I actually had a new sidecar put on it because
I love it.
the other one was really janky. It worked for the moment, but this one is like has a door. It has
Tom just completely crapping his pants.
oh my gosh, he was so surprised. He had no idea. I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It was the best. It was it was one of the top moments of my life, I would say, for sure. You know, like pulling up to Schwartz. I literally pulled up and I was like, I up and then turned it off and I was like, yep, got room for one more if you still want to be a business partner. Kind of like from Dumb and Dumber, you know, and hit the horn.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Look at this candle. I'm going to show you this.
Oh my God, yes. I need one of those. Where can I get such a thing?
I'll send you one.
Is this merch that you guys are doing?
Yeah, I actually had just gotten it and just put it into TomTom right before we closed down. So, but I can send you one for sure.
Love that.
I'll send you a TomTom hat too. I'll send you a book. Yeah.
So dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love that. Hey, Tom, what's a dream role for you, like acting wise?
Oh my God.
I feel like you would nail the remake of Cocktail.
Right?
Just slay that shit.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I'd love to be in a movie. I mean, like being part of the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood would be like amazing. I love that movie so much. You know, with Brad Pitt and Leo, like that would be so awesome. I mean, that would be a dream role for me. To work on a Tarantino movie with those guys would be pretty freaking awesome.
Hey, that would be a dream, you know. In my
What about yours? What would be your dream role?
I think my dream Broadway role, if I was gonna go Broadway, it would always be Mrs. Lovett. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, I mean, of course, if they redid the movie, I'd love to play the life of Mama Cass. I think she's brilliant. I think there are but I'd love to originate some roles too.
Yeah. I would love to play, if I was doing Broadway, my dream role would be Orin in Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah. That would be my dream role. I did that in high school. And we had a 500-person theater. I slid across the stage on my knees. Like, I love that role. I killed that role.
Isn't a high school theater so fun? Like, you know, I mean, if you are, look, I played softball for 9 years and then I was like, I'm going to do theater. And it's, you have to make the decision because sometimes you just can't do both. And, I did theater, and when I tell you, I had some of the best times in my life, you know, playing Madame Thenardier, and I mean the nonsensory that went on. We just had the best times.
It was so much fun, so much fun. Yeah, I'd always wanted to be like some sort of performer. Like when I was young, I got into my first so I went to Catholic school.
Me too.
You did too?
I went to St. Mary's in Manhasset with my little jumper and everything.
Oh yeah. I went to St. Ferdinand, and I remember I got into they had the school picnic every year, and at the school picnic they would have rides and stuff and games, and they would have a talent show. And I got into the talent show. I did it once when I was in first grade. Then I did it third, fourth, and fifth. When I got back in at third, fourth, and fifth, I was like the only boy. All the rest were girls. and I like danced and lip synced to like CNC Music Factory, and then I did like Young MC Bust a Move, and I took first place like every year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know that my first car, okay, I had a 92 Chevy Blazer, 2-door.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I bought it for $1,000 when I won a talent competition.
Wow. Damn.
I mean, and I felt awful because I had a friend growing up. She was the Tom to your Tom. Like Kayla was my Tom. And I felt awful because she bought my car for me after I got Hairspray, and she called me up and she said, I can't do this anymore. I said, what? She said, I can't drive this car. She said, people stop me 24/7 and they think I'm you, and it's miserable.
Oh my
I felt awful. I was, well, I love you, but I'm not taking the car back.
Yeah.
Partially though,
That's
because
funny. Is it a pretty, you're what?
my mother went and bought me a big Tweety bird for the back bumper. So that's why people were stopping her.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it like a crazy color, or like
No.
the Tweety bird? Everybody knew about the Tweety bird, so they were stopping you. Okay. That's funny.
We're not very subtle in the Blonsky household at all.
Good. Good. Not very subtle either, so cheers to that.
Well, cheers. Well, speaking of cheers, I can't wait to have the book in my hands and actually physically read it and make a few cocktails and try and find my drink, because, I mean, maybe that's why it's, maybe that's why things haven't been that fun. I haven't been lit. I don't know.
I would say, if you're doing I would say do like a berry, in our book we have a berry basil like margarita.
Ooh.
And it's so good. And I think if you get used to just like using, if you're using like fresh ingredients and you're muddling and stuff, you're gonna find something. And also a trick too with margaritas is to add a little bit of beer, like top them off with a little bit of beer, and then you can drink so many more of them. Because a lot of times with margaritas, I know with me, I can have like one or two, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can't drink any more of these.
Yeah.
But if you kind of top it with beer, and even like as you're drinking it, you can add a little more beer, and you can drink them like all day, and they're so delicious. You like spicy?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm awful. Like, I used to date someone who they love spice on their food, and I would drive them nuts because I order everything mild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and some people like it, some people don't. I didn't used to like spicy. I hated it, but now I'm like, I feel like it's a slippery slope. Once you start eating spicy food, you like want to go spicier. You want to go spicier.
What's the main drink at like the weddings? You guys do like shots for those, like, or is everybody just drinking a variety?
Like at the weddings, well, like at Schwartz and Katie's wedding, we did buzz button shots, and then we call them bubble bombs, and then we did. Have you ever heard of a buzz button?
No.
I'll show you. So this is a buzz button. Really cool. They come from like South America. They look like little like mini dandelions.
Oh yeah.
So you bite the yellow part, and then you take a shot. And what happens is it's almost like an organic like Pop Rocks, organic citrus Pop Rocks in your mouth. Like you just sort of, it's like you ate something spicy, so you salivate like you ate something spicy, but instead of spicy, it's like citrus.
Oh, that's really cool.
And it's like most people think they're really cool, but every once in a while somebody like hates it, like because it is very intense and it lasts like 2-3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But it's really cool. Like our Tamakazis have like tequila, Saint Germain, cucumber, lime, and I usually put a little bit of jalapeno, depending, like just to, like it's not that spicy.
No, I can take a little.
Yeah, just a little bit of jalapeno, and yeah, it's I like shots like that. Like I like shots that are like more like flavor experiences instead of like get you fucked up. because
Yeah.
like, when I go to a bar and I ask for a shot and they're just like, they pour it in like a glass and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna hook you up. And I'm like, please don't.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Quality over quantity. Exactly.
Yeah. That's like the easiest way, in my opinion, to ruin a drink is to make it too strong. I feel
That
like.
is, can I tell you, I have the worst heavy hand. People are always like, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'll stick to dancing and singing. I'll stick to that. But Tom Sandoval, I can't wait to come to LA when all of this is done and hang out at Tom Tom and have a couple of cocktails with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Is that
Dude,
cool?
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
Bring the Nikki Nights crew out there and we'll do it up.
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you a ride in the motorcycle sidecar.
Yes.
You know. Hell yeah. Thing's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Oh, I'm ready. Are you kidding?
Yeah. You can ride around West Hollywood. We'll we'll do it up.
That would be great. I would love that. Well,
I
thank you.
I can't wait to come to New York.
Oh.
It's New York. I would have been out there probably at least 2 times already this year, but it's freaking COVID thing.
It's slowly picking up. Fingers crossed.
Is it I'm sure everything's still pretty much on lockdown out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's pretty
grocery stores though, they're
grocery stores, drive-throughs, those are still open. But everything else is kind of, Starbucks is just getting open up again, but other than that, it's kind of slim pickings.
Damn. So that's the thing that sucks about like going with New York, because New York is such a it's such a place where you're outside of your your apartment or condo or whatever. It's like it's a city that you're walking around in all the time and that you're like experiencing, and it makes it so amazing. So yeah, like New York is just, man, fuck.
Yeah. I drove through Times Square, and when all of this started before quarantine, we're like a couple of days into the quarantine, and I was in Times Square and it was silent. You could hear a pin drop. I mean, I was the only car on the road. So.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn. Do you live in the city or do you live outside the city?
No, I live on Long Island, but I take Ubers in and out all the time. So when I say I was on the road, I mean, my Uber driver.
Yeah.
Because look, Tom, I feel that we all should know our strengths in life. Driving is not one of mine.
Okay.
I can't see over the wheel. In high school, I had to sit on like one of those inflatable donuts.
Okay.
That I could just sit up and I'd be like.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm sure driving in New York too is a whole thing also. I mean, it would drive me crazy. I would. Yeah. I can't imagine.
Well, I'll let you do the driving in the sidecar. I'll just sit there.
For sure.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, for sure.
We're such massive Vanderpump Rules fans in my household. My parents are so thrilled.
Nice. I love that. I'm flattered.
Yes. Whenever you come out here, are you kidding? We're going to have you guys over for dinner and you'll meet the whole crew. And
that sounds great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That sounds awesome.
Maybe you can make them a cocktail. It'll be an early night for them and a long night for me. Woo!
Oh yeah, I'll definitely make cocktails. I love making cocktails. I'm building a bar at my house.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to see you out there soon. Hold it down in LA for me. I miss it.
Well,
God, I do.
Yeah, hold it down in New York for me.
I will. Thank you.
Awesome. See you later, Nikki.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to finish it out. Oh, thank you so much, Tom. You're so awesome. The cocktails sound delicious. I wish I had them right now. That would be lovely, because this water is not doing jack really. So thank you so much, Tom. We're such massive Vanderpump Rules fans in my house. I also was just looking at his IMDb, and I was so incredibly impressed. some of the roles that he's played, some intense stuff. So I wish you all the best, sir. Hope to act with you soon someday. So guys,
That'd be
thank you
cool.
so much. I will be back later for another chat with one of my friends from Hairspray, actually.
Nice.
But, hi Tom, we can hear you. I'm just closing out the show.
Yeah.
So thanks so much, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks, Tom.